Yeah.
And today, so we are going to be starting with JavaScript.
Yeah.
Let me take how JavaScript will be and what are the different type of terminologies we are going to be discussing with the part of JavaScript, all these things. So JavaScript, what is JavaScript? First of all, we have to understand. So what is JavaScript? JavaScript is browsers based scripting language. JS is used for giving functional procedures for web page, and JS is not Java, and JS is simple. JS is not object oriented, and JS is browser interpreted programming. Browser interpreted programming. And JS files are saved with .js format. And the immediate question, how to integrate JS for HTML? Important question, how to integrate JS for HTML? So there are multiple ways. One is inline JS, one is internal JS, and one more is external JS. External JS. Now we try to understand how to work with the inline JS. Inline JS is element specific JS. For example, I'll be having H1. For H1, I want to write some event like on click, and I will write some alert box for on click, alert OK. This is what actually inline JS is. But coming to the internal JS, how to work with internal JS? This is page specific JS, and internal JS work with script tag open, script tag close, script tag open, script tag close. Inside this, I will write all the JS related code. And coming to the external JS is application specific JS. And how external JS will be? Suppose, for example, I'll be having HTML file, file.html, file1.html, and I'll be having file2.html. And finally, I'm going to be writing a file.js. And here I will write all the JS related code. And this JS file got integrating with the file1.html using with the script tag, script src is equal to file.js. At the same time, script need to be closed. The same code, I will make it copy and paste for the file2.js also. This is external JavaScript. External JavaScript file is going to be saving with the .js. Internal JavaScript file is going to be saved with the page script.js. So, for example, I'll draw something. This is our web page, and there are multiple elements. For example, this is first element, this is second element, and this is third element. For all these elements, we will write JS inline. Inline nothing but for every element I want to integrate the JS code. For internal JavaScript, this page is going to be working with the script tag open, script tag close. So inside the script tag, I will write all the JS code. For external JavaScript, I will write a JS file separately, and I want to integrate this JS file into the HTML with the script tag. Script src. Src is the attribute to link the JS file into the HTML file. So these are the multiple ways to write the JavaScript. Okay, let me write the program how to work with the inline JS first. Inline JS. Okay, let me write inline JS. Inline.js.html. I want to write a file inline.js.html. For example, there is something like a body. Body is element. For the body, I want to write a onload event. Onload. I will write alert box. Alert body loaded. And inside the body, I will write something like h1 and click on me. Click on me. And for this h1, I want to write a on click. No space. On click is a method attribute. For on click, I want to write a alert box. Alert small letters. Alert. Let me go with the single quotes. h1 clicked. Fine, execute this. I'm trying to execute in this. Body loaded. Some JavaScript is executing from the body. Alert box came from the body. At the same time, I click on h1. I got h1 clicked. Two events are firing. One event on body load, one event on click. Two events are firing. Element by element, we need to write JavaScript. That is what actually inline JS is. So I'll go with internal JS.html. Internal JS working with the script tag inside HTML file, and all the JS code will be here. And I will write alert box, alert. So internal JS loaded. Internal JS loaded, and save it, execute it. I can able to see the JS file loading from the page level. That is internal JS. So some of the JS files which are going to be separated, and we have to load those JS files to the HTML with the script src. That is what actually external JavaScript. How to work with external JavaScript. We will write a simple program, then you can able to understand all these things. Let me write new file. This will be external JS.html. For this external JS.html, what I want to do is I will write a script, and src is equal to something than script closed. But for this, I want to create a new file, file.js. File.js is going to be writing with alert, and external JavaScript loaded. Fine. I want to access the file.js into this file.js. That's all enough. Okay. I got external JS loaded. Now let me write one thing. I want to integrate all the JS files into the one file. One file. Let me give JS one, maybe the okay. I want to integrate all the files into the one thing. I want to write all the files into the one file. That is what. Suppose body. So for body, I'm writing onload event. Onload. For body onload, I'm writing alert box. Alert. So body loaded or inline loaded. And coming to this, I want to write internal script. Script is open, script close, and I will write alert box. And let me write internal loaded. Now I'll write script src file.js, and this is internal JavaScript. This is internal JavaScript, and this one is external JavaScript. The bottom one is external JavaScript. This one external JavaScript. One is internal JavaScript, one is external JavaScript, and this is inline JavaScript. Where inline JavaScript will be. Inline JavaScript. Fine. Let me right click on this and open the default browser. I got internal JavaScript first, external JavaScript second, and finally inline JavaScript. Why? Because after loading the script files, then only body is loading. This is what actually called DOM architecture. So let me tell you about the DOM architecture now. How JavaScript DOM architecture is working. JS DOM, important interview question. So JS DOM starts with browser. Starts with browser. So you have the browser on top level. After the browser, you'll be having the window. And after the window, you'll be having something like a document. And after the document, you'll be having something like elements. See, for example, this is your browser. Everything on browser, basically, web page running in browser. We know that. On top of the browser, basically, a window is there. Window is the skeleton of the browser. Window will be responding for some features, will be responding for some concepts. Not for every concept, window is responding. Window is basically working for alert box, and window is basically working for locations, and window is basically working for GPS. See, some of the features on window is going to be working for notifications. See, some of the features which are going to be related to the window, but some of the features which are going to be available on top of the document. Document nothing but user interface. Document is nothing but user interface where you can see UI components. On top of document, we will be having multiple elements like divisions, like your forms, like your paragraphs, like your H1 headings. See, all your HTML components which are going to be available on top of the document. Document is UI, where user can able to interact with. But before the document, before the UI, there is a concept called window. Window is object. That object is going to be working for some of the features like notifications, locations, and the GPS, alert boxes, prompt boxes for all. Before that, there is a concept called browser. Yes, please.
Just one question.
For example, this is my web page. On this web page, I have the button. Okay. If I want to click on the button, when we do click on the button, I need to show the alert box.
Yeah.
So by clicking on button is on top of the document. On top of the document, element is there. Document is nothing but internally document is nothing but HTML.
Yeah.
Document refers to HTML.
Yeah.
So when you click on the button is the HTML element, right? Button
Yes.
available on top of the HTML, and when we click on the button, some alert box is coming into the picture. That alert box coming from the window, but window is not visible element. Window is not visible element. First of all, we have to understand this is the window. For example, on top of the window, you will be having the browser. This is the browser, and on top of the window, you will be having a document. This is the document. Your button available on top of the document. When we click on the button, some alert box coming from the window on top of the page. Got my point?
Yes.
Some of the features are working from Windows, some of the features are working from browser, some of the features are working from document. This is UI. UI nothing but user interface. User interface is completely document.
Yeah.
Got my point now?
Yeah.
1 second. I will show one simple DOM architecture from the internet. DOM JavaScript. Let's show some images. See, what is the DOM for the JavaScript? DOM, nothing but this one. Document, HTML, head and body, and head having some meta and titles, and body having H1, H2. In depth of the DOM, let me go for some other picture. Yeah, can you see this? Can you see this? This is the clear architecture of the window. On top of the window, can you see on top of the window some of the functionalities are working? What are the features are working on top of the document? What are the features which are working on top of the document? Can you see?
Yeah.
On top of the document,
Is it
you can able to
operation?
see window objects and document also available on top of the document, and window related frames, window related location, window related history, window related navigator, nothing but GPS. But this is the important one. This is the important one. On top of the window, document is there, right?
Yeah.
On top of the document, you will be having multiple objects like array of objects, array of elements, array of classes, and there are multiple anchor tags. There are multiple images. There are multiple forms. There are multiple links. There are multiple layers. See all these bottom circles working with elements. Can you see and also?
Yeah.
All these are elements. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what actually DOM architecture. This is interview question. JavaScript DOM architecture interview question. How DOM architecture is working? Document. On top of the document, HTML. The HTML having head and body. Head and body contains with something. Head containing something. Body containing something. Yep. Everybody is going to be saying that same architecture. And can you see this?
Yeah.
Window. On top of the window, history and location. On top of that, document also one object of window. Document having forms, document having links, document having anchors. Again, form having buttons, form having text area, form having radio buttons, form having checkboxes, form having password, form having reset, form having select option.
Yeah.
So that's it. That is what actually DOM architecture. And there is one more important function, document.write. Document.write method. This is a JavaScript method. So one of important method is document.write. And one of the important method is alert box. One of the important method is console.log. So first we try to understand all these boxes prompt method. We understand all these 4 topics today. First of all, alert. How alert is working, how document.write is working, how console.log is working, how prompt is working. Alert alerts some message to user. Document.write print some text or element on top of document. Console.log print some text or some text in browser console. Prompt take input from user. Take input from user. Yeah. So let us write all these elements one by one. Let me take a new file now. In that file, I'm going to be writing all the methods one by one. JS predefined methods. Some of the predefined methods which are available for the JS. Let me write all the methods one by one. Head down script. Head down document.write. I am on top of document. I am on top of document. Let me write the console.log. I am from console. I am from console. Let me write alert box. I am alert from window. Prompt message. prompt, enter your name. Enter your name. After entering the name, I will store the name into the variable where name is equal to prompt message. And immediately I want to show the alert box. Hello plus name. Just write a program by identify all these ones. I am alert from window. That is fine. Immediately prompt came. I'm giving Srinivas. Hello Srinivas. Immediate alert box came. See, alerts are working from the window. Window is the first execution to the web application. Window is working first. After the window, only document will be loaded. So my window got loaded with multiple things. My window got loaded with alert box first. My window got loaded with the prompt box text, and my window got loaded with one more alert box. After that, I can able to see some of the text on top of the document. Got my point? Everything. See, first one. What is the first one? This is the first execution. This is first. And immediately, what is the next? This is second. And this is the third. Why? Because of these three things coming from window level. These three things coming from window level. Got my point?
Yeah.
So if I run this application one more time, first I am from window. I am alert from window. Alert is coming first. Immediately prompt came. Prompt I am trying to enter in the name. And prompt also pack up the value. The value got stored into the name, and immediately the name hello Srinivas got. And then I can able to see the document. I am on top of the document. The document.write is working fourth. This is fourth. And immediately can I see the console of the browser? Inspect, right click and inspect. Right click and inspect, and you can click on console. I am from console. Can you see console output also came? Console output also came. Console output also came. So 4 outputs I can able to see. But window level things are coming first. Then document level things are coming next. Got my point? Everything?
Yeah. So it is because the JavaScript reads the code from top to bottom, is it?
Yeah. First of all, browser related things will work. Then window related things coming next. So even though I'm writing document.writing first, 4th line and 5th line, but 4th line, 5th line will not execute immediately. Window level things are coming first. Alert is coming from window, right? This is coming from window, and this is also coming from window. Window level is first level. That is the DOM architecture. This is the first level. But we know JavaScript is executing line by line. At that particular case, you may think document.write will execute first. No. You may think console.log executing first. No. Window related things are coming first. Once window related things will execute, then it will go for the document level. Then it will go for the document level. I told you, first of all, browser related JavaScript is going to be executing first. After the browser related JavaScript, the window level JavaScript executing next. If any method is there related to the window. If any method is there related to the document, this is last. This is the one first importance. This is the second importance. This is the third importance for the web application. Got it up?
Yeah. So window level is the one which reads first.
Yeah. If I am writing some browser related methods. See, browser have some more features. Browser have some more features. I will tell you what are the different kind of methods browser related data. If I am going to be writing any code browser related, that will come first. Even I am writing browser related code in the 11th line or 12th line, but this will execute first. Then second level window will go. Then third level document will go.
Okay.
This is the agenda of the DOM. And this is interview question also. What is DOM? And explain about the document object model. Explain about the DOM architecture. In JavaScript, everything will be asked in the interviews. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
So any question?
Yeah, and I just wanted to ask one more thing is, so yeah, how does this call stack work in console? I mean, when we do debugging.
What is that?
Call stack.
Call stack. JavaScript call stack. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell you. I will tell. Then
So,
I come to the functions. Then you can understand how these are working
so,
and how to debug the JS application, how to debug the web page. I will show.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to ask, will you be teaching like first JavaScript basics, like problem solving, and then functions and operations?
Yes. Functions, operators, loops, conditions, everything.
Yeah, loops, conditions. Yeah.
Events.
Yeah.
See, these are the multiple things I have to go with. So after this concepts, I will go with events. And after that, I will go with the operators. I'll go with the loops and conditions. I'll go with the
function
timer. I'm going with the timeout. I'll go with the JSON data and parse JSON and stringify JSON. See, there are multiple things we have to go and discuss. And we'll go with the date method, how to work with the date functions, and how to work with the string methods. So these are the multiple concepts we have to discuss all those JavaScript. The next 4 to 5 days, 5 days completely JavaScript.
Yeah. Okay, so sure.
That will be fine.
Yeah, it will be good if you teach in like a bit detail because JavaScript is most important.
Yes. If you know JavaScript very well, then you can able to understand jQuery. You can able to understand React.js. Very simple.
Yeah.
Even Node also you can.
Because I'm still learning JavaScript, so I want to learn it like in detail and.
Sure, definitely. I'll give JavaScript 100%. It will take 1 week or 10 days, no problem. We'll go for JavaScript in detail. Damn sure. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, fine. So I'll send this recorded to the YouTube.